birthday to you. Happy birthday
To you.
birthday. Happy birthday.
I really don't appreciate, and this is why this is why men don't want to do for us anymore, because the minute you start to not appreciate but expect, I'm not doing it for you. And I'm a woman and I feel that way. And I know men that feel that way. I don't have to do anything for you but respect you. I don't have to send you money. I don't have to spend money on you. I don't have to do any of that. That's something I want to do.
If you've ever wondered why you feel awful when you don't work out, there's a psychological term for that. It's called somatic regulation. What psychologists have found is that there are people who literally need to regulate their emotional stress and mental load through physical movement. Somatic regulation. Somatic comes from the Greek word soma, or body. So if you ever feel like you're struggling, you don't know what to do, you feel overwhelmed, go to the gym, because there's actually real science that says the physical symptoms that we have can come from our psychological state. And if we put stress on our body, it can lessen stress on our minds. So never feel bad for moving more. It could literally be helping your mental health, aka get to the gym, myself included.
Zero shade, but why don't men ask women out anymore? Like, the guys that I'm meeting, mashing with on Hinge and everything else, they're pen paling me. Like, asking me the most absurd questions that I know they don't care the answer to. But like, why don't you just ask me to hang out and then we'll see if we actually have chemistry and go from there? Why are you asking me what I did today? And then not planning a date? Please, a straight man in the comments answer. I'm so frustrated. I don't know what to do. Help.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
Let me tell you why there are no good men out there. So many women that come to me saying they've lost hope with dating, that they've given up on men, that there are no good men out there. While I get it, I used to believe the same thing. What is actually happening is not that there are no good men out there. What is happening is that you believe that there are no good men out there. All the good men are taken, that you're fed up and tired of men. So because you believe that to be true, what is actually happening is your reticular activating system, which is a set of neurons located at the brainstem that is responsible for filtering information from the external world and takes about 2 million bits of information and filters it down so that way it's only taking in what is going to validate your internal representational system, which is your beliefs, your values, your habits, what you've seen as the history, your inner child programming, all of the stuff that you've inherited up to this point. And it's going to delete all the information that does not validate what you believe to be true. It's going to distort the external information in order to make it true to what you believe, or it's going to generalize the information to make it believe what you believe to be true, your internal representational system, which is right now you believing that there are no good men out there. So the filtration system is actually filtering out, deleting any good men, any available men, any men that are ready to settle down. It's going to distort your perception about how you see men. And that way you're going to probably miss the actual men that are available, that are here to commit and to settle down. Or it's going to generalize, just like you've said, that there are no good men out there. So in order to start attracting the great men, the men that are available, the single men, the emotionally available men, you must change your internal belief systems, your internal representations, the programming, the habits, the imprints or samskaras, to heal what has been jaded or hurt by the not good men or the men that have hurt you in the past, and create a new belief system that there is a perfect man out there that is ready and available for you. And I always say, if there's a version of me with no baggage, that's done her healing, that runs a successful business, that loves herself, has a great family, has a really powerful friend group, then there must be at least one man that is similar to me. And you don't need a whole slew of men to love you. If you're just wanting a monogamous relationship, you only need one. So while yes, there are a lot of men that are still wounded, that still need to get to do their healing, there are a lot of men that I know specifically that are on their healing paths, that do the introspective work, that have coaches, mentors, therapists, that know how to communicate, that are intellectually stimulating. But it takes you to believe that that is what is available for you, so your RAS, your reticular activating system, can start to filter in those types of men. This is exactly what we do inside of the Liberated Woman membership experience. It is a month-to-month membership where we access all aspects of your life. We heal any outdated programming that is causing you to look in the external world and feel like there are no good men out there, your money situation is forever going to be in scarcity, that there are no good friends. We heal that, and then we activate or reprogram the parts of you that are whole, that believe that there is greatness out there, that there is abundance out there, that there is love out there for you. So you can stop saying that there are no good men out there, and you can truly believe in your heart, in your soul, in your tissues, in your cells, in your body, viscerally, that there is ultimately so much abundance of love, and there's a perfect man available for you. You're like, okay, Erica, you've got me. I want to know more. Just tell me in the comments, I want to know more, and I will send you the link that has more information about the Liberated Woman membership experience.
And these modern women continue to say silly things like, well, men don't yearn anymore. Well, yeah, because yearning got a man friend zone. Simping got a man friend zone. And a man spent a whole bunch of money, a whole bunch of time, and a whole bunch of energy messing around with you, and it got him nowhere.
When was the last time you actually thanked your spouse? Not for doing a chore, not in passing, but really looked at them and said, I see you and I appreciate everything you do. Because somewhere between the bills, kids, the calendar, exhaustion, gratitude turns into assumption. We assume that they know we are thankful. We assume that our love is obvious. We assume they feel seen. But love is not maintained by assumption. It is maintained by acknowledgement. Your spouse wakes up every day carrying weight that you don't always see, showing up for ways that they don't get applauded for, fighting battles they do not talk about. And a simple thank you can soften a heart that has been tired for a long time. So today, do not wait for a big moment. Say it loud, say it sincerely. Thank them for staying, for trying, for choosing you again and again. Strong marriages are not built on grand gestures. They are built on daily gratitude. And if this hits home, go tell them right now.
Where are all the cute single men in Chicago? Because every time I find a cute guy, he's either married, has a girlfriend, or something, right? He's not ready for a relationship. And it's just like, where are all these guys that are ready for relationships, you know? I am looking for candidates for my speed dating event, and I really want to host 2 of them this upcoming month in July. So hopefully I'm able to do that. But I need more men who are single, who are ready for relationships, who are legit, who are intentional about actually being in a relationship. And yeah, so if you know of one, or if you are one, please click that link in my bio. I have a general interest form where you can fill it out, and I'll add you to my list for speed daters. And if you know of someone, feel free to tag them in this video right here in the comments, or pass them along my way. That would be amazing. And I hope to see you at a future speed dating event if you're a woman or a man, but preferably we need a lot of men too. And yeah, that's it pretty much.
Why comparing him to other men destroys respect. Even though you may not mean it this way, he hears, there are better men out there, and you're perfectly replaceable. You're better off just communicating the exact things that you want and not be like, oh, well, my ex did this for me, or my friend's boyfriend does blank. Men don't feel inspired by being compared to other men. They just feel uncomfortable with it and threatened. And here's the thing, a lot of women don't realize that men handle feedback just fine. But when you're comparing him to other people, you basically make him a loser, if you think about it. He loses the competition on who gives the best hugs or whatever weird thing you came up with. Next, if you say stuff like, well, other men would do blank for me, he hears, I'll upgrade you or I'll trade you in if you don't do blank. It's basically a threat or an ultimatum. Men do not respond well to those. Next, do you want him to be attracted to you or not? In situations like this, you basically turn him into your little employee because you're judging his work performance in the relationship. No man wants that. Again, just bring up what you want nicely and gently. Next, you're in a relationship with him. Why are you using other men as weapons for him? Do you see how unsettling? What if he said that about other women? That's a double standard that women would not put up with for 2 seconds.
A lot of these modern women are out here upset that men move on after they get out of a relationship or get out of the talking phase. Well, with the way that y'all act, it's no wonder that a man moves on quickly, because there was really no attachment. It was just him buying you food and gifts and all of these other things, and you really didn't even like him. So what attachment is there? What connection was there?
Got me hanging on. Why you gotta make me miss you so bad? Feeling like the best I ever had. I don't wanna fall in love, just don't mess it up, but I know where it's going.
This is a genuine question for women that post dumb like this. And I mean this so respectfully. What makes you think that he is a good man if you can steal him? Good men cannot be stolen. Good men are loyal. Good men appreciate their wives. And they sure as are not going to be on the internet seeing posts like this, like, ooh, she looks like a great catch. I just don't understand this mentality, especially when so many women are like, oh, girls girl this and girls girl that, and oh my God, we support each other. But then why are there so many posts like this floating around on the internet? That's like a genuine question. And good men know when they have a good woman, and he will be able to spot this from a mile away and get as far away from you as he possibly can. So again, if you can steal him, then he probably wasn't a good man in the first place, and any woman will tell you that you can fucking keep him. Okay, bye.
Have you guys seen the video of the woman that came on this app saying that her friend ended their friendship over a man? Sounds terrible, right? And everyone was just bashing this woman. Well, come to find out, that man was her husband. And the reason why she ended their friendship was because her friend kept on telling her that her husband was not doing enough. And the straw that broke the camel's back was the friend's response to the wife being taken out by her husband for their anniversary for a simple dinner and flowers. And the friend was not happy about that. She said that that was very much bare minimum. Come to find out, that friend is single. She doesn't even have a man. And apparently all of her standards of what should be bare minimum, no man has ever met for that friend. The wife pleaded her case saying that that's what she wanted. She wanted just dinner and flowers because she's been married for multiple years. She has kids. She works a full-time job and she's tired. She doesn't want to go out and do extravagant things. She wanted what she wanted, but her friend was constantly there in her ear clocking everything that her husband was doing for her. I gotta say, I take the wife's side. I think that she made the right call. In order to maintain a healthy marriage, she needed to get rid of that friendship because clearly that friend was a woman that wanted her friends to be single because she was single. She wanted everyone around her to also be single.
Let me ask you something. Do men ever not pursue a woman because they are intimidated by her? Do men ever not pursue a woman because they're just too scared of how much they're gonna fall in love with her? We have been fed this tale that if a man is not pursuing you and a man is not making plans with you, that's probably because he's intimidated by you. He's intimidated by your success. He's intimidated by your beauty. He's intimidated by how fancy of a lifestyle you have. And I'm just curious, is any of that true? Is any of that?
It's not that he's intimidated. It's that he knows that by getting into a relationship with that kind of woman, he's going to be signing up for a full-time job trying to maintain and upkeep a relationship without her even reciprocating. It's quite literally the ability of a man to look at a situation logically, to then determine if it's even worthwhile trying to pursue a woman that potentially could just tear his life apart and he will never have peace. What a man is actually intimidated by is being sent to HR because he's about to get fired. He's intimidated by the police being called on him for being falsely accused over something that he's never done. And he's intimidated by running into a bear in the woods.
It's the number one thing that we need to unlearn. from your vantage point?
Monogamy. It's fake.
Fake as in it shouldn't exist, or fake as in people are not faithful, or fake as in this was, thrust upon us because history says that we were polyamorous? Like, what kind of fake are you talking about?
I think when it comes to romantic partnership, the expectations on our partners are unrealistic.
Why do you say that?
Like, because of how we operate in every other relationship, right? So we have multiple friends. We have multiple, sometimes siblings. We come out with 2 parents if your daddy ain't abandoned you. Right. You know what I mean? But you have multiple people that serve as this, as this, whatever the relationship is. Yeah. But when we go to romantic partnership, the expectations of them to answer immediately, which we don't do even at our jobs sometimes. We said we gonna wait it out a little bit. Why can't your partner have a couple hours to himself? Creating space for yourself. You want space, but no, when in romantic partnership, you're supposed to be all up under the person. You wanna be in their skin. This idea of how we operate with our romantic partners, to me, is just not a healthy concept of what it looks like to have a healthy relationship with another person. And then I also believe that this idea of a soulmate, staying with one person for the rest of your life and nobody else, what? That don't even sound like fun. Don't we want to live? We only got one life. We only got one life. I don't understand. And then also the idea of
a lot of these modern women talk themselves out of a good relationship. They talk themselves out of a good man, and then they get online crying about, oh, I missed a good man. I left a good man. I regret losing a good man. It don't matter. You've disrespected him this entire time. And that man, because he's a good man, has moved on. And now you stuck out there looking for your forever person when you had him already.
Men aren't the problem. Women's lack of accountability is, and that's why men are checking out of dating and nobody wants to say it. Women love to complain about men, how men don't want to commit, don't want to date, don't want to put in effort, don't want to do this and that, but rarely do women stop to ask what role they play in the problem. And trust me, girl, I used to be the same way until I realized what was really going on. The truth is, men are tired of being told they're never enough. They're tired of being called toxic for being masculine, tired of being shamed for wanting to lead, and tired of being treated like they're disposable. Why would a man want to date when he's constantly told he's the problem? When every mistake is weaponized against him and every effort is met with criticism or indifference. Add in the fact that so many women are competing with men instead of complimenting them, and it's no wonder men are choosing peace over partnership. Men want to feel respected, needed, and appreciated. When they don't get that, they check out, and honestly, I can't blame them. If you want a man who actually wants to show up for you, maybe start by showing him some respect. Otherwise, don't be surprised when he chooses himself over a relationship.
And I gotta be honest, how tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
How much do you weigh?
I weigh 190. Oh my God.
I'm gonna be honest, man. 5'10", 190? Mm-hmm. You weigh more than a man. God damn! You weigh more than a man at your height, and you think that a man who's making $400,000 should come in and be a stepdaddy to a 5'10", damn near 200-pound woman.
Not every woman wants a woman that is average size.
Okay,
understand that?
See, no. That's what you want to believe. How many men do you talk to on a regular basis? I've talked to thousands over years. You gonna come in here 25 years old and try to school me?
I'm not schooling you.
How about this? What men don't want to do is have to go make themselves $400,000 men and take care of somebody else's kid.
But I'm also bringing something to the table as well.
You ain't bringing $400,000, so that don't mean shit. Bringing fries to a burger don't mean nothing.
I understand.
What does your child's father do for a living?
He owns his own company.
What does he do?
He owns a contracting company.
What does he do?
Like landscaping and stuff like that, like building houses.
How much does he make? He builds houses.
Mm-hmm.
No, man, those are two very different things.
What do you mean? Contracting? Like he's a general contractor. He has a general contracting company.
And how much money does he make in?
I'm not sure about that. I'm not in his pocket, sir. I'm not.
And your baby daddy's a general contractor.
Mm-hmm.
No offense to you. I know general contractors ain't paid like that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell me what he does because he don't do nothing particularly well.
Dating apps are trash. I am done swiping. Oh my God. Men, where are you? Single men, the good ones, where the are you hiding? Don't you dare say the gym, because that just seems so awkward to me. Like, okay, I'm anxious. I'm here. I'm walking. Guy says, hi. I say, hi. Conversation ends. Do I need to go to Home Depot? Well, what's gonna happen at Home Depot? Don't keep the conversation going. I'm shy. Then let's add in the fact that I like the kinky ones, the freaky ones, them boys. While you go to an event, they're all couples. They're all married. They got like 3-4 partners. Do I want to join your little polycule? Nah, not right now. I need a break. I want to be the one right now. You can do the host. But anyways, the whole point of this was where men, single men that are a little freaky. Where are you? Where are you hiding? Oh, hello. I'm just gonna be here on my blue couch forever, alone.
That era of begging, that era of pleading, that the era of you saying leave, or you gonna leave, that's over. Or I'm gonna leave. Why didn't he chase me? That era is over. Oh, I left and he didn't even fight for the relationship. You said you wanted to go. You said you didn't want me in your life. You told me not to chase, and I'm not gonna chase. Have a good day.
Can someone make it make sense? Because when a woman is unhappy in a relationship, then it is a reflection, supposedly, of how a man is treating her, so she dodges accountability. But if a man is unhappy in a relationship, then it is a reflection of how he feels about himself. Additionally, if a man treats a woman like then it is a reflection of how he feels about himself. But if a woman treats a man like then it's, what did he do wrong? Like, make it make sense. So you mean to tell me that no matter what, if a man is unhappy in a relationship, then it's his fault. But if a woman is unhappy in a relationship, then it's also his fault. And if the relationship fails, then it's also his fault. And every single step of the way, she can dodge accountability because it's his fault that she's so unhappy. When really it should be a way a woman treats a man is a reflection of how she feels about herself. And let's not forget the amount of times that women emotionally cheat with a coworker or a guy best friend, and it's still her husband or her boyfriend's fault because he was never emotionally there for her. Or if she has a mental breakdown where she slashes his tires or ruins his windshield or drains his bank account or is emotionally and financially, then that's also his fault because he wasn't there enough or he was working too much, and that's how she dealt with feeling lonely. And let's not forget, if a woman cheats, it's also still his fault. And if a man cheats, then it's also his fault. And if he loses custody of his kids, it's also his fault. And then if she loses custody of her kids, then what did he do wrong? And of course, my favorite, if she is drinking with her friends excessively, then it's a girls' night out and it's her healing era, and this is socially acceptable for her because she's a single mom and she's in her victimhood mentality. But if a man picks up drinking after a divorce, then he's an alcoholic and is subjected to all kinds of testing and to prove his worth to the courts, and that's also his fault. Oh, and just a side note, a lot of these women will then come online and talk it and call it relationship humor or drag their boyfriend, drag their husbands on social media, but then they can't understand why their husband doesn't like them anymore, or why their husband is cold, or why their husband is drinking too much. Well, when you come online and talk about a partner that you supposedly care about, in what delusional reality do you think it's socially acceptable after the fact to have a healthy relationship? Like, someone make it make sense. Y'all cannot consistently drag men and expect healthy relationships. Okay, bye.
I bought into the lie of being strong and independent, and it honestly left me completely exhausted and miserable. Society told us this narrative that we need to be these boss babes who don't need anyone, and I fell for it hard. So let me tell you how that worked out for me while I get ready. Also, this is part 3 of my Feminine Energy Mastery series, and today I'm getting really honest about how we've been programmed to reject our own feminine nature. I was brainwashed into thinking that needing anyone made me weak, just like so many other women have been. I was out here trying to prove I could do everything a man could do, but better. And it was honestly pathetic looking back. I was so busy trying to be this independent queen that I was miserable, stressed, and doing everything the hard way just to prove a point. And to be honest, I'm not really sure who I was trying to prove the point to other than myself, which is silly to think about looking back. The whole strong and independent thing is honestly just programming to make women reject their natural feminine energy and exhaust them trying to be something they're not. I was running on masculine energy 24/7 because I thought that made me valuable. I couldn't accept help, couldn't be vulnerable, couldn't just receive anything without feeling guilty. And for what? To prove to who that I didn't need anyone? I was lonely, exhausted, and honestly kind of bitter because I was fighting against my own nature. The truth is, the whole strong and independent narrative is designed to keep women isolated and struggling instead of in their natural feminine flow where they're actually powerful. I had to admit I was sold a lie. Real strength isn't about doing everything alone. It's about knowing when to be strong and when to be soft. Stop buying into the lie that you have to do everything yourself. That's not empowerment. That's exhaustion disguised as strength.
Why don't men beg? Why don't men yearn? Do you hear yourself? Have you heard what you've been saying about men? And you're wondering why they don't beg? Why they don't be chasing you? Because you say things and you do things that make a man say, yeah, whew, man, I really dodged a bullet. See, modern women don't understand that. A man be head over heels in love with you, really love you, really like you, really want to spend his life with you. But over the course of a relationship, you continue to show the silly things that you do, and a man be like, yeah, I was in a state of delusion. I'm gonna go to the gym.
Guys, I just went to Harmon's. I love my nails also. I love my nails. But I was just at Harmon's and oh my gosh, literal, I walk in the same exact time on the other doors though. Baddie, absolute baddie walks in and I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, oh. And then, but obviously like I go do my shopping. I go get the potatoes, get the broccoli. Then I like turn to like go get the ground beef. Oh my gosh, I like run into him. And then I like run into him again. Not like run into him, but like, you know, we just like cross paths and I'm just like, oh my gosh. But then he was on the phone and so then I was like, ooh, probably has a girlfriend or I don't know. I don't know. I was like, it just sucks because like when this happens, when I like am in public, see someone I find attractive, which is very rare, like it happened to me at the gym once, I'm just like, wow, I'm really probably not going to see them again. Like, do I go say something? Should I? I don't know. Because unfortunately, like, well, not unfortunately, but like, most of the dates I go on are from, like, Instagram. Just people on Instagram. And it's just, like, which I guess is, like, more organic than, like, a dating app. But, like, still. I feel like it doesn't count. I feel like it's just, like... I feel like low-key social media is a dating app at this point. But, yeah, I'm kind of sad. I'm like, wow. I'm not going to see him again. I thought he was so cute. I don't know what I would have said. He's wearing freaking cowboy boots and like a baseball hat or something. Black jeans, black hoodie. Pretty sure he had a mustache. So if somehow, I doubt he would see this. But if you were at Harmon's at 6'11", probably around 6, you saw me looking at you, I don't know. But yeah, I feel like I should have just said something to him. What's the worst that can happen? Probably the worst that could happen is him saying I have a girlfriend. I think that's the worst. Like if he wasn't interested, he'd probably still be nice, you know? But now I'm gonna go home and cook. Like, I could be cooking for you. Just kidding. Okay. I gotta get off.
If you are a young man, I'm talking like in your early to mid 20s, living in the United States, I have questions. And no, this is not for me. I've happily married 25 years. I got my guy. So here's what I want to know. Why aren't you dating? I have 2 daughters and a son. My son is still in high school, and he's just now getting to the age where he would start dating. And he has been very blessed by being raised by 2 older sisters and a mama and dad who have invested in him and talked with him about how to treat women. But here's what I'm finding that is so odd. My girls, who are college age, one is at a big university in the Southeastern Conference, and the other one is doing independent learning and starting her own business. They are in their 20s, early 20s. And guys are not asking them out. And it's not just them. And my daughters are beautiful girls, and they are good Christian girls, and they are very emotionally mature. They know their values, they know their standards, and it's not even that they're being too particular. It's also not just my daughters. It is their friends. It is their acquaintances. Guys are not asking girls out anymore on proper dates. What is happening instead is, let's say my daughter takes a guy to a date party. She's a stunning, beautiful girl, very intelligent. Like, she doesn't have a hard time finding someone to go to a date party with her. However, the follow-up to that is not a date. It is a text. Hey, I'm out at this bar. You want to come meet me? Guys, let me tell you, that is not a proper date. That is a lazy way of pursuing a woman. That is a boy's way of pursuing a woman. It is not a man's way of pursuing a woman. And maybe I have it all wrong. Like, maybe guys just are no longer looking to secure a long-term relationship. They no longer look at getting married in the future. I don't know. You tell me. Is that the case? I know the older of my 2 daughters is looking for her helpmate in life. She is looking for a good Christian man, not a boy. And that is not determined by age necessarily. What I mean is, he doesn't need to be 30. A 21-year-old man can be a man, or he can be a boy. And if you're spending your days playing video games and not pursuing a career and stability, you're a boy. And I don't even mean that you need to be in college. Like, there are millions of careers out there. You don't have to go to college to be pursuing something. So you tell me, what's going on with guys in their early 20s right now? Do you not know how to ask women out on dates? Are you so afraid of being rejected? Do you just not want to date? What's going on?
A lot of these modern women are out here asking, why aren't men traditional anymore? Because you said you didn't need it. You said you were a boss babe. You said that you didn't need a man. So why would I continue performing a role that you said you didn't need? Once again, I'm going to adapt into something that you need and that you want. But if it gets too much, then I'm going to say, That's my price. That, that's what I was willing to pay. You went over that, I'm out. Maybe somebody else will bid on what you got going on, but it won't be me. And modern women are figuring out, oh shoot, I thought somebody was going to bid a high price on what I have going on, but they ain't.